Not a name in any human language, a name that exists as pure vibration. The text says when this name is spoken, the powers that govern the material world lose their grip on the one who hears it. This is not poetry. This is a technical description of what happens when a soul reconnects with its original frequency. The archons do not control you through chains. They control you through frequency. Think of it like a radio. You are a receiver designed to pick up a signal from the source, but the archons broadcast on a lower frequency, constantly. That broadcast is what you experience as the critical voice in your head, the one that tells you that you are not enough, the one that fills you with anxiety for no reason. That voice is not yours. It never was. The Gospel of Thomas records Christ saying something the church never wanted you to hear. He said that the kingdom is already inside you, not after you die, not after a priest grants it. Now. The church buried this because a person who knows the kingdom is within does not need a church to find it. But knowing the kingdom is inside you is only the first layer. The second layer is knowing how to access it, and that is where the name comes in. In the Pistis Sophia, Christ explains to his inner circle that every soul descending from the monad carries a seal. This seal is not symbolic. It is a frequency pattern woven into the fabric of your being. When you entered this material world, that seal was covered. Layer by layer, the world buried it. Your education buried it. Your conditioning buried it. The identities you were given, your job title, your social role, your nationality, these are not who you are. These are layers piled on top of who you are. Think of it as software. From the moment you were born, the demiurge installed an identity template in you. Your name, your roles, your beliefs about what is possible. This template runs so deep, you mistake it for yourself. You think your fears are yours. You think your limits are yours. They are not. They belong to the template. And the template has one purpose: to keep the seal silent. And underneath all of it, the seal remains, untouched, waiting. Now here is what the church does not want you to know. That seal has a sound, a name. And when that frequency is activated, something happens inside your body that cannot be undone. The layers begin to crack. The archon broadcast loses its hold. The fog starts to thin, and you begin to remember. Not learn, remember. Let me show you how to recognize whether this seal is active in you right now. There are 3 markers, 3 signs that the frequency is already working its way to the surface. And if you recognize even one of these in your own life, it is confirmation that you carry the seal. The first marker is displacement. Your entire life, you have felt like you are in the wrong place. Not the wrong city or the wrong job, something deeper. A sense that this entire world is not quite where you belong. You watched people settle into routines, find satisfaction in things that leave you empty. And you wondered what was wrong with you. Nothing was wrong with you. You were feeling the distance between your true frequency and the frequency of this constructed world. That gap is the displacement. It is the first sign that your seal is intact. The second marker is night activation. You wake in the dark hours. Not from nightmares, not from noise. You simply open your eyes and you are fully present. In that moment, before your mind starts its routine of worry, there is a silence, a clarity. As if for a few seconds the archon broadcast paused and your original signal broke through. People dismiss this as insomnia, but pay attention to what you feel in those moments. It is not agitation, it is awareness. Your body is tuning back to its original frequency when the noise of the waking world is lowest. The third marker is recognition without learning. You encounter spiritual teachings, ancient texts, concepts about energy and consciousness, and instead of feeling like you are learning something new, you feel like you are remembering something old. A familiarity. A sense of yes, I knew this. This is happening to you right now. That feeling is your sealed frequency resonating with the truth it was encoded to recognize. If you felt even one of those 3 markers, stop for a moment. Close your eyes if you can. Take one slow breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment at the top. Then release it slowly through your mouth. As you release that breath, feel the center of your chest, that point where your hand was resting earlier. Notice if there is warmth, a pulse, a subtle vibration. That is not your heartbeat. That is something beneath your heartbeat. That is the seal responding. You are not imagining this. There may be a part of you right now saying, this is too simple. That doubt. Pay attention to where it comes from. It does not rise from your chest. It rises from your mind. And your mind is where the archon broadcast operates. The system does not waste energy on things that pose no threat. If this were meaningless, you would feel nothing. You would scroll past. But you are still here. That resistance is not a warning. It is confirmation. I want to pause here and ask you something. Right now, what are you feeling in your body? Not your mind, your body. Is there warmth? A pressure? A tingling? Whatever it is, write it below in your own words. What you are feeling is your seal responding. And when you name it, you anchor it into this reality. Now here's the part that changes everything. The name that Christ spoke on the cross was not a word in Aramaic or Hebrew or Greek the way scholars have debated for centuries. The Gnostic texts make this clear. It was a frequency that Christ translated into human sound. The closest human expression of a vibration that exists beyond language. And this vibration corresponds to something the ancient texts describe with striking precision. In the Gospel of Philip, Christ tells his disciples that the names given in this world are deceptive. They turn the heart away from what is real. But there is one name, he says, that the Father gave before anything else existed. One sound that carries the full power of the source. That name was